94.5 KFM, this is KFM Breakfast with Ryan O'Connor till 9 o'clock. Very special morning. English musician and rock legend Brian May will be back in Cape Town this year for a very special initiative called the Pride of Cape Town. It takes place on the 27th of March. On the line with us live this morning, Brian May. A very good morning and welcome back to KFM Breakfast.
Hi Ryan, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Listen, I'm so looking forward to the fact that you're coming back to South Africa, and obviously for a very special reason. Pride of Cape Town, what's it all about?
It's all about really helping South Africans to save their legacy of wild animals. It's become a big part of my life, this. I mean, not just African wild animals, but I spend a lot of my time in a campaign called Save Me, which I run in the UK, which is about getting better treatment of foxes and badgers, our own wild animals. So I've had a very good meeting with Virginia McKenna, who's become a great supporter of our campaign in Britain. Yeah. And in turn, I'm supporting her campaign in South Africa to save the lions, to save our and your beautiful wild animals.
It's amazing, though. I mean, you must get it a lot from, especially from friends abroad that have never been to South Africa or have never been to Africa. They do sometimes seem to think that that the wildlife does roam the streets. Is that often the case that you find when you're trying to describe Africa to people, that you kind of let them know, listen, it's not all about jungle.
Exactly, yes. Well, I spent quite a lot of time there, as you know. So, I mean, it would be rather nice if they were all around.
Absolutely.
That's the kind of world that I would like my grandchildren to grow up in, really, a world in which we coexist and respect wild animals around us.
Absolutely. Brian, I know, as you mentioned, you come to Cape Town quite a bit. What's your favourite part of Cape Town? Do you have a favourite part?
In the sea. I love the coldness of the sea. Because you're looking towards the South Pole there, aren't you? So you feel this wonderful kind of icy blast from Antarctica, and yet you're in this beautiful, glorious sunshine and beautiful, glorious scenery and looking up at those mountains. It's a fantastic experience being in the ocean down there in South Africa, in Cape Town.
Absolutely. Now listen, as you noticed, I'm not talking anything about music because you must be sick and tired of being asked the same questions over and over again. So I want to talk to you a little bit about astrophysicism. What's the correct term? Because you're
can do that.
Astrophysicist.
You can talk astrophysics to me, absolutely.
What does it mean to be an astrophysicist?
Astrophysicist, well, it's a fancy name for astronomers, really.
Okay.
I mean, it was called astronomy when I was a kid, and it's basically looking up into the heavens and trying to figure out what's out there and how it relates to us, what is out there in the universe, where did we come from, where are we going. It's looking into the cosmos and asking questions. That's all astronomy is. That's all astrophysics is.
And have you booked your ticket yet to go with Sir Richard on his Virgin Galactic?
No, I haven't. I think I need to go further than that. I think I need to go further afield.
Absolutely. It's 94.5 KFM. Brian May with us live on the line this morning. We'll chat more with Brian next.
Is back.
Hi, folks. This is Brian May speaking to Ryan O'Connor and to you folks. KFM Breakfast.
Tonight, I'm gonna have myself.
This is 94.5 KFM O'Connor till 9 o'clock this morning. We've got Brian May from the rock band Queen live with us on the line this morning. Now, Brian, something I've always wanted to ask you. Everyone has their fetishes and obsessions. I mean, mine is watches. I love watches. And I know with guitarists, I mean, it's usually guitars. Do you have an obsession when it comes to musical instruments?
No, I'm one of the few people that I know who don't collect guitars, actually. I collect a lot of other things. I do collect stereoscopic cards with a great passion, and I have done for about 40 years. That's probably my biggest obsession. But I suppose my biggest obsession has become trying to change the world as regards animals.
Absolutely. By the way, all the benefits of this are going to the Born Free Foundation. The guys are doing phenomenal work, and it's so good to have such a big name behind this campaign. There's a DVD I have of you with Queen on stage where you're wearing what seems to be a Seiko diver's watch. Now, call it bizarre. This might be the first time that you're hearing somebody in an interview actually question you about the watch you're wearing on stage at Wembley. But as I said, I'm obsessive about watches, and I see you come out on stage. I see this rubber strap.
I have it on right now.
You're kidding me.
At this moment, I wear it always.
Because that's what I was going to say. I was going to ask you, do you still have that watch? And now you've just answered that question. You're still wearing it today.
I have it on at this moment as I speak to you, and it's still telling the right time.
Unbelievable. Well, listen, I was watching and enjoying the music and appreciating the fact that you were wearing that watch, and it led me to buy and make the purchase of my first wristwatch, which was identical to the one that you have, and I still have it now in my collection. So, yeah. Isn't it incredible, hey, how something like that was taken out of that DVD and has led to my passion and love for watches. So thank you very much, Brian May.
That's very good. Well, it's nice to talk about something that I never talk about.
Brian, listen, we look forward to seeing you next week. Listen, any time for music? I mean, are people still asking you questions about Adam Lambert joining up for a Queen performance, or is this not really, on the cards for this year?
Well, I don't do many interviews, to be honest. I tend to do most of the interviews that I do for animal causes like this.
Yeah, true.
But yes, really music is my salvation still. It's not actually a great pleasure to do most of this stuff for animals, because most of us wish that we didn't have to do it. So music is something wonderful, and I do a lot of it with Kerry Ellis, who I'll be down in South Africa.
Yes.
We'll be performing when we're down there. And I will be doing a gig with Queen this coming summer with this guy Adam Lambert, who's extraordinary. So yes, music is really a bit of a salvation for me.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I'm really proud of the fact that I've got this opportunity to talk to you. This is a great thing you're doing for South Africa, and I think globally. Brian May, an absolute pleasure to chat with you.
I thank you for that. I thank you for that. And on behalf of the animals themselves, of course, because, every animal matters, the same as every human matters.
Absolutely. Brian May, great pleasure to chat to you once again, and we look forward to seeing you in Cape Town 27th. Pride of Cape Town benefits for the Born Free Foundation. Thanks, Brian May.
Pleasure. All the best.
Listen.